What's the theme unveiled with treats and screams? Cyber-Wonderland After Dark. Sorry, Halloween is not what it seems. Cyber-Wonderland After Dark. Feathers McGraw is coming back with foul vengeance. I remember back when I was a kid, I loved watching Wallace and Gromit from their classic shorts to their first ever feature-length movie. The premise is about a man with a loyal dog going on some grand adventure containing a bunch of marvelous inventions. The Wallace and Gromit shorts received tons of awards, and the duo will be known as one of the most popular stop-motion characters next to Gumby and Jack Skellington. As for their first ever movie, the film became Aardman's second collaboration to DreamWorks after Chicken Run, and when the film was released, it was a smashing hit and became the first ever stop-motion movie to win an Oscar for Best Animated Feature. But the big question is this movie really Wallace's greatest invention? Welcome to another episode of The Wonder Reviews. The full moon is rising tonight. Let's wrap up this year's Cyber-Wonderland After Dark with Wallace and Gromit, The Curse of the Were-Rabbit! It's about Wallace and Gromit running a rabbit extermination to keep them from eating everyone's vegetables from the annual vegetable festival. Suddenly, a giant rabbit called the Were-Rabbit comes out and starts wreaking havoc on everyone's prized possessions. Now Wallace and Gromit must apprehend this furry beast to save the festival. As you already guessed, this is meant to be a parody to classic monster movies, specifically werewolves. Instead of someone transforming into a dog-like beast, it's the tale of someone or something turning into a monstrous bunny. And that's the part of the charm and why this is considered a Halloween classic. It makes fun of the monster movie structure such as survival tactics or even the concept itself. Yet the idea of a giant rabbit devouring everyone's vegetables in the middle of a contest does make the fear feel legit and effective. It's silly, sure, but they know how to play around with it. But the comedy doesn't stop there. Some of the original jokes made for the series also bring a lot of chuckles. It contains a bunch of Looney Tunes type slapstick and a lot of visual gags. The first joke is literally Wallace and Gromit jumping photo frames after the next. Why did they spend so much time shooting those photos? As for the story in general, Curse of the Were-Rabbit is possibly one of the biggest adventures the inventor and dog has actually been on. Sure, we see some cool adventures from them like going to the moon or chasing an evil penguin with some toy trains, but with their first ever movie, it does expand the world and characters outside of the shorts. For example, Wallace and Gromit are now working as rabbit exterminators. However, they don't kill rabbits, they send them back to their headquarters and look after them to keep them from invading everyone's gardens. And it doesn't just play as a monster movie, it can be a fun mystery-solving flick. As the movie progresses, there are some puzzle pieces that explain what's the legend behind the Were-Rabbit, where did it come from, and how do they catch and get rid of this hungry beast. One of the charms of Wallace and Gromit and the other Aardman projects like Shaun of the Sheep are their simplicity. It doesn't need to be complex, have a deeper meaning, or anything. It just shows a lot of heart with the relationship between Wallace and Gromit. Wallace wants to help the town with their festival, while Gromit wants to work alongside his best friend as a team. And that's why some of Aardman's most famous stop-motion movies contain a bunch of likable and memorable characters. It is great to see Wallace and Gromit on the big screen, but some of the other movie characters are pretty enjoyable as the duo. Let's start off with our favorite stop-motion characters, Wallace and Gromit. As previously stated, their job in the movie is to keep the rabbits out of trouble using their high-tech equipment. Wallace is the good-hearted adventurer that loves cheese but isn't always bright, while Gromit is the dog that never talks throughout the picture, but he does have a personality like everyone. He's the more serious and smartest of the two, who has his own personal goal in entering his giant melon into the vegetable contest. Yet he remains loyal to Wallace as his best friend and wants to make sure he's okay, showing that both of them do make a great team. When it comes to the others, like the townspeople, they're pretty likable as the adventurer and dog that do play important roles in the movie. Lady Tyngton is the royal duchess who hosts the festival, but she wants to make sure everyone is safe from danger, whether they be townspeople, rabbits, or even vegetables. There's Victor, who can be an entertaining villain where he wants everything to go his way with his dog Philip, and they seem like the polar opposite of Wallace and Gromit, but he's just the generic evil hunter that wants the girl and money. Reverend Clement is the town's priest that encounters the Were-Rabbit and has the most knowledge about it. Constable McIntosh is the police officer that's trying to protect the people from danger, and all the other townspeople are comedically desperate on saving their vegetable from the Were-Rabbit so they can win the contest. Speaking of the monster itself, there's a lot of myth that went into this creature. A giant-sized rabbit that can lift heavy objects, devour vegetables with a single bite, and burrow underground like a massive earthquake. It may be cute, but it can still have some sort of imitating nature. There's even a clever twist on the were-rabbit's identity, which I won't spoil here. But when you reach halfway through the movie, everything makes sense. There's also another rabbit character named Hutch. He's one of the rabbits that Wallace used to test an experiment on making rabbits quit eating veggies. Some might say Hutch could be the were-rabbit, but again, I won't give away the transformation, but the big reveal is super hilarious. As an anime film based on the Orignally shorts, the stop-motion animation continues to be amazing. Starting with the character design, they all have a cartoonish look for both the humans and animals, and each of them is uniquely different from each other. The only similar features they have are the big eyes and wide mouths whenever they talk. The cartoony animation fully makes the most of the character's movement with the funny slapstick or the over-the-top expression. And surprisingly enough, the backgrounds are gorgeous to look at. When you watch some of the other Wallace and Gromit adventures, they usually take place inside the duo's home, followed by one or two miscellaneous locations. In this one, there's a variety of places the characters go to, which help expand the world building of the franchise itself. We still have Wallace and Gromit's home covered with state-of-the-art inventions, but now they introduce us to new places like the neighborhood, the cathedral, and Lady Huntington's palace, both for veggie fare at nighttime and her gigantic garden. In addition, the film contains a few special effects like lightning, fire, and dirt to make some of the scenes look convincing. The stop-motion animation continues to be created by displaying a full transformation of the were-rabbit, and often playing around with it for some jokes. But there are two scenes from the animation that are easily the highlights of the movie: the action scenes and Wallace and Gromit's inventions. Whenever the characters are chasing the were-rabbit or surviving any dangerous obstacles, they can be a lot of fun to watch. While the movie fully presents the ingenuity to all of the inventions like Wallace and Gromit's home, their rabbit traps, and especially the beginning where they get ready for their job. Now, do you need to watch the shorts first to understand everything? Well, they are still one of the greatest cartoons of all time, and I recommend you do check them out. You don't have to play catch-up to prepare yourself. You will feel welcome as a newcomer to the franchise itself, and it will give you a clear answer on who Wallace and Gromit are. They started off as famous cartoon characters from the shorts, but with their first ever movie, it's a friendly reminder why they are still legendary. Wallace and Gromit: The Curse of the Were-Rabbit is one of the biggest Wallace and Gromit adventures and the most underrated movie to watch during the month of Halloween. The jokes are funny, the plot is intriguing and expands the Wallace and Gromit universe, the animation is spectacular, and the characters are charming and memorable. Yes, this is a must-watch for Wallace and Gromit and Orignally fans, but I also recommend this to families and classic monster movie goers if you're in the mood to watch something that's a lot of fun. I don't have a gold carrot trophy with me, but I can still honor this film for its innovation. I give the Were-Rabbit movie an A, and hereby reward Wallace and Gromit with the Diploma of Destiny. I'm Mad Hatter Patrick. Now if you'll excuse me, I'm going to eat a nice shiny pumpkin. Happy Halloween! Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed this, check out these other videos, or feel free to like, comment, and subscribe for more upcoming reviews and other projects. I'll see you soon.